Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Major Level Entertainment. I am your host and owner of this channel. It's your boy Big Major. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button if you are new to the channel just coming in, and you'll get content like this all the time. This is going to be a very quick show because I have a special show coming up later, honoring Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's still with us, but I definitely want to give him his props and due diligence while I can. So that's going to be about 5 p.m., 5:30 at the latest. So please feel free to come in and join the show later on at 5 o'clock. So because the Lakers won yesterday, we played against Philadelphia, as you guys know. We beat Philadelphia. I'm doing the show today. I try to do shows every time we win, just to get y'all some, a take or whatever that, you might not have heard or didn't get a chance to hear or whatever the case may be, or just to give you kind of like a recaps of the game and stuff like that. So bear with me while I get get this thing situated. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about tonight's show, my special show that I'm going to do tonight while I wait for my computer to load. So tonight's show, I decided it's a long time coming, but I decided that I was going to do a show, honoring Kareem, because especially now with, LeBron getting ready to retire pretty soon, Jordan having already retired, the GOAT conversation is like more amped up than ever. You know what I'm saying? You think it would have died down by now, but it hasn't. It's still just as important to people as it has ever been. And everybody has their like take on who the GOAT is and stuff like that. Everybody had their take on who the GOAT is. Some people, I've heard people say Tim Duncan. I've heard people say Jordan, of course. I heard people say Bird. I've heard people say Magic. I've heard people say Kareem. You know what I'm saying? I heard people say LeBron, of course. I've heard people say Kobe. Whoever you think or whoever you decide that the GOAT of the NBA is in your eyes is pretty much subject to, it's subject to an argument or whatever the case may be. I'm saying I'm pretty sure if you think a guy is your GOAT, you're going to have a valid argument for that. You know what I mean? Because people are going to, have their personal favorites or whatever. Some people have their personal favorites as their GOATs. And some people just simply will have a favorite basketball player, but may not necessarily look at that basketball player as the GOAT. But for me, it was Kareem. Kareem, to me, for a long time, was the GOAT of the NBA. But this show that I'm doing on him is basically going to basically tell you that why I believe and why I know that he's the GOAT of basketball, period. Not just the NBA, not just counting the NBA. I'm talking about basketball in its entirety. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. So, basketball in its entirety, nobody has done what he's done. And that's why I believe that he's the GOAT of the entire game, as a whole. And it's near 80-year history. Basketball itself is only a year older than Kareem Lou Alcindor Abdul-Jabbar. So he is the GOAT of basketball, and there just ain't a goddamn thing anybody can do about it. It's not up for debate or discussion. People can debate the NBA GOAT until the cows come home. That's just the NBA. But he is arguably the greatest, inarguably the greatest basketball player that has ever touched the basketball in its 79-year history, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So with that being said, that's just the precursor, just giving y'all, a glimpse into tonight's show. So please show up and listen in on that show. But right now, let's get to the show at hand. So I appreciate everybody for showing up to the channel, Major Level Entertainment. I am your host and owner. It's your boy, Big Major. I'm talking about, as we well know, the Lakers defeated the 76ers to a score of 112-108, mainly on the backs of Luka and LeBron, but definitely LeBron was the catalyst to that game. You know what I'm saying? Because he got He did what he did with strict efficiency, especially in the fourth quarter action. So let's go ahead and get off into. We're gonna look at the. We're not gonna look at the game leaders. We're gonna look at the game stats. All right, game stats, and then we're gonna get off to the box scores. It's gonna be a very very quick show. But before I get started, let me go ahead and give a shout out to those who have showed up. Let me go ahead and start off with a Trey all day. You know what I'm talking about? Said salute, big major. A wet up. You know what I'm talking about? Well, my guy, you're a guy. You know what I'm talking about? A shout out to a Cuzzo, a Go James, aka Chris, aka Let Me Cook This Brother Right Quick, aka Mr. Fuck Around and Find Out, aka the Barbecue Brisket Baron of the Bayou, aka my damn cousin on my mama's side of the family. I appreciate Cuzzo for always showing up and supporting Big Cuzzo Major Level Entertainment. You know how he does this. And Trey all day said, salute, Go James. Salute Trey all day. And there he is, little bro, a DJ. What up, what up? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all already know who DJ is. Y'all don't need me to tell y'all what to go do, man. If you ain't subscribed to him already, I just really don't know what the hell you're doing with your life, man. I can't tell you what you do with your life. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, get over there if you already have subscribed to the channel, which most of the guys over here have. Go over there and join the channel. Not subscribe, join the channel. That's, get a membership over there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get the highest membership like a big bro did, you know what I'm talking about? You can go over there and get the lowest membership, but go over there and be a part of the winning channel, you know what I'm talking about? A channel that's on the uprise, you know what I'm talking about? When you want to hear that real Laker content and that raw, you know what I'm saying, Laker content without the cuss words, and you just want to get the takes in, and you want to just take, just have fun over there, you know what I'm saying? Talk, commiserate in the chat, come up on the panel, if you will, you know what I'm saying, to give your respected take. Hey, man, that's the place to do it. I just don't know another place, man. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I've searched the internet far and wide, and I still haven't found a channel I quite like a Lakers in 5. You know what I'm talking about? I could sit here all day. I could do a whole show on Lakers in 5, but I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm talking about? Go over there and find out for yourself. You know what I'm talking about? That's Lil Bro's channel, Lakers in 5. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate Lil Bro for always showing up to the channel. Go James said, salute, Trey. He said, salute, DJ. And there he is, Lewis. Said, what's up, Goose? What's good, Big Ump? Get those likes up. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new, tell a friend, a family member, a loved one about the damn channel. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag, here we go. Hashtag, you got to believe. Hashtag, Lakers, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? And then Trey all day said, salute, DJ. Okay, y'all, now that we got the pleasantries out the way, let's go ahead and get off into the game stats of it all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to waste y'all time because, like I said, I got a special show coming up, and I want to get this out the way so I can do some other things before I start that show. All right, so Lakers played the 76ers. You know what I'm talking about? 112-108, we beat those guys. And here's why we beat those guys. You know what I'm talking about? This is a part of the reason why we beat them. You know what I'm talking about? The DJ said, salute, what's up, Trey all day? What's up, Chris? We beat them because they shot 35% from the field to our 48% from the field. Okay? We both shot average from the three at 36%, tied. They blew us out the water when it came to the free throws. We got to get ladies and gentlemen, we got to get our free throw shots up, man. 63% is ridiculous. We can't have Austin Reeves sitting at 88% for the season, but he's missing a shot here and there every time. He'll miss one shot, then he'll make the next. All of them, all of these guys, as well as they score, make a fucking free throw. Nobody's in front of you. Make those motherfuckers. Like, we have got to get into like the 80 percentile range and stay there and above shooting those damn free throws. It's just unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Philly, they shot 88% to our 63%. That's horrible, ladies and gentlemen. Horrible. You understand what I'm talking about? They got 54 rebounds to our 52. That's not that bad. That's relatively close. We got 25 assists. That's good. To their 21. That's still relatively close. They got 5 steals to our 3. That's not that bad. That's relatively close. We blew them out we got 8 blocks to their 4 blocks. So we got them in that battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we had 10 turnovers to their 6 turnovers. You know how I'm often saying he who controls the turnover battle often, not all the time, but often wins the game. Well, they controlled the turnover battle, but we end up winning the game. And it's not because we did anything extraordinarily better or whatever the case may be. But it just lends credence to the fact that when you playing teams, if you're playing balanced basketball, you can kind of, get over some of the blunders that we might, come across within the game or whatever the case may be. The blunders that we have are their blunders too. See, their blunders we can make up for our blunders by, recovering on their blunders. You know what I'm talking about? So if they mess up, we can capitalize on that. And that's how you end up, winning that battle, just in case they beat us in fewer turnovers. You know what I'm talking about? So you just got to play balanced basketball. And Laker girl, shout out to sis. Go over there and subscribe to her damn channel right now. Salute, Major Bro. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new to the damn movement. Hey, look, listen. I learned a long time ago that you can hear it from H. Davis, you can hear it from Lewis, you can hear it from even Cuzzo, you can hear it from me. I can threaten you to subscribe and like and all that stuff. But if Laker girl says it in the manner that she says it, I think you better listen. You know what I'm talking about? One time, Laker girl said something. She said something to somebody else that had nothing to do with me. She said something to somebody else on her channel, and she was like, yeah. And guess what? I'm sitting there listening to her channel. I wasn't even up on a panel. I wasn't in the comments or anything. I'm sitting there just listening. You know what I'm talking about? Minding my good old business. And then I saw some trash over there that needed to be taken out. You know what I'm saying? That wifey asked me to take out 30 minutes ago. And I was like, I ain't listening to you. She's getting ready to go to work anyway. Laker girl said, do something on my channel. She's like, do something. You better do whatever I ask you to do. Nigga, I looked at that trash so quick. Boom. Next thing you know, it was over my shoulder like Santa Claus's statue. And I took that over to the trash can like, oh, wait. Hold. And then I had to realize, why the hell I take the trash out now? Anyway. You know what I'm saying? But Laker girl, man, listen to what she's telling you, because she got something to say. You understand what I'm talking about? A shout out to Lil Sis. Go over to her channel right the hell now. Subscribe and then get your ass back over here. You know what I'm talking about? Box scores of it all. Let's go ahead and get off into it. You already know how I'm going to do the 70 Smixers. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just going to do points and minutes. Show you how trash they are. Talking about Paul George, 12 points, 32 minutes. Trash. Dominique Barlow, 24 minutes, 7 points, and trash. Joel Embiid, for who he used to be, 30 minutes, 16 points, and trash. Tyrese Maxey, who's been having a great season thus far. I'm not going to call him trash. Tyrese Maxey, 28 points in 39 minutes. Tyrese Maxey needs to get some talent put around him, or else his ass is going to be the next person walking up out of Philly. I'm just saying, a couple years, hey man, I'm getting tired of this bullshit. Send me somewhere. You send me some niggas over here that's gonna help me, or get me the fuck out of here. You know what I'm talking about? It's Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, or Timu Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? 38 minutes, 15 points. You know what I'm talking about? Quentin Grimes, 29 minutes, 7 points. Andre the damn Penguin at Drummond. He looked like the goddamn Bulls mascot. You know what I'm talking about? 18 minutes, 11 points. You know what I'm talking about? That's not that bad. Jabari Walker, 4 points, 17 minutes. Jared McCain, 8 points, 13 minutes. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about them trash. Y'all lost. Why am I talking about y'all? You know what I'm talking about? Let's get over to my Lakers, your Lakers, our Lakers. This is how he does this. Ladies and gentlemen, before I read off all the stats, our starters all were in double digits, with Austin Reeves being the low man. But we're going to get off into that. Let's start from the bottom up. Jared Vanderbilt, pretty much zeros all the way across the board. He got 1 assist, no rebounds, no points, 3 minutes. 0 of 1 from the field, 0 of 1 from the 3. Adu Athero, you know, I'm talking about zeros across the board. He had 4 minutes. Jackson Hayes, 3 point, 17 minutes. 1 of 1 from the field, no threes, of course. 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 0 assists. My damn my white nephew from Pasadena, California, Jake Laravia, or as DJ would say, a ravioli. You know what I'm talking about? 17 points, 4 minutes. 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 4 from the 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw. 2 rebounds, 0 assists. Whatever Jake don't get done in the points, he had one of the highest plus minus on the team. Whatever he doesn't get done in points, he gets done in other parts of the game. See, the game ain't just about scoring, ladies and gentlemen, or just about defense. Not just about offense or defense or both. It's about everything in its totality. It's about effort. It's about efficiency. It's about being there for your team. It's about playing with a dog ball. You know what I'm talking about, so to speak. And that's what he does. So when he don't get those points, you could best believe he's impacting somewhere else. Shout out to my damn white nephew, Jake Laravia from Pasadena, California. Gabe Shamar Moore, Mr. Cardio Vincent. You know what I'm talking about? 19 minutes, 3 points. 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three. No free throws, of course. 1 rebound, no assist. Gabe Vincent. Okay, let's get into the big 5, right? The big 5. Okay, starting with Austin leaves, meaning I hope he leaves. Horrible night. 39 minutes, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from the 3-point line, and 3 of 16 from the field, ladies and gentlemen. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I'm going to say something about that in a minute. I'm going to get into like a deeper detail as to what I'm thinking it is. It's going to be half joke, but half of me is going to be serious about why Austin Reeves had a tremendous flop yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get to the next guy, a D. Ayton, who's been a blessing for us, man. You know what I'm saying? At the center position, he's not AD or whatever the case may be, but he's been doing just enough to help us sustain at the center position to make us be like, okay, we have a decent starting center. Especially when he has a guard out there that can facilitate him the ball and just feed the shit out of him. And, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to make good things happen. He had a double-double yesterday. A D. Ayton, 31 minutes, 14 points, 2 assists, 12 rebounds, ladies and gentlemen. 12 rebounds. No free throws, no three-pointers. 7 of 7 from the field. He had the best shooting night of everybody on the damn team. He didn't miss a motherfucking shot, ladies and gentlemen. At D. Ayton, you know what I'm talking about? It did that in 31 minutes of action. You know what I'm talking about? D. Ayton. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go to the next guy. Next guy, Louis Hachimura, my goddamn Japanese nephew from across the water. You know what I'm talking about? 17 points, 36 minutes. 7 of 12 from the field. That's Rui. 3 of 7 from the 3. That's Rui. No throw, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Good game. Decent, nice, wholesome game by Louis Hachimura. You know what I'm talking about? Doing what the fuck he does best. Shooting that goddamn ball. You know what I'm saying? Shooting that rocket into the ocean. You know what I'm talking about? That's what he does best. And ladies and gentlemen, get Rui his shots. He's going to show you, hey, look, I can do what needs to be done to help impact the winning for this team. Shout out to Louis Hachimura. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and go with Luka Doncic. Now, I'm starting with him first, even though he has more points than anybody else on the team, because the next guy is who I'm giving the game ball to. But Luka Doncic, 31 points, 39 minutes, 9 of 24 from the field. That is not great. That's well under 50%. Not a good shooting night. Not a good shooting night from 3 either. 2 of 9 from the 3-point line. But he got 14 free throws off, and he made 11 of those 14s. Now, he had a triple-double. He had 11 assists, 15 rebounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we did not win the game because Luka had more points than everybody. Now, his assists and his rebounds did contribute, but he did us no favor on shooting that ball. And he got to the free throw line way, way, way more than anybody on the team. 14 times? Yeah, that's not going to sustain in the playoffs. Well, we know Luka could still go off and get you 28, 30, 35 points, whatever the case may be. But we want him to do that. We want him to do that on efficiency. You know what I'm talking about? So we want that done on an efficient at an efficient rate without having to do all the damn free throws. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, do a couple free throws, 5 to 6 free throws a game, whatever the case may be. But I want us to win on sheer, basketball intelligence and sheer, like, not having to pimp the reps into giving us, a foul on every shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking Stop complaining. Go play some hard-nosed basketball. You know what I'm saying? If you truly are as skilled as you say you are as an NBA player, just go for any NBA player. Get out there and play ball. Fuck waiting on the rest of the refs to blow his whistle. You know what I'm saying? I'll be swallow that motherfucker. Show us what you really made out of if you really want to be a top motherfucker in this NBA. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Luka for doing what he does and getting his points regardless. You know what I'm talking about? And the game ball goes to none other than LeBron James, ladies and gentlemen. He had 34 minutes of action, 29 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 or 2 from the free throw. You know, they ain't going to get that nigga that many free throws. He was 4 of 6 from the 3, ladies and gentlemen. 4 of 6. He was 12 of 17 from the field. Ladies and gentlemen, that's LeBron's stats for the night. He'll be 41 years old in 3 weeks. That's fucking ridiculous. He gets the goddamn game ball. I don't care if he scores 17 points. He gets the game ball. You know why? Because he did what he did on efficiency. And he showed a flicker of, hey, I'm still here in this motherfucker. Did y'all think that this 10-point game and 11-point game and 14-point game, did y'all think that shit was going to sustain? Niggas was warned and told, hey, this dude has got to get acclimated back to, not acclimated to the team, but acclimated to himself. He got to get his lungs back, strong. He got to get his legs back up under him. And this is game number 7 for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not just going to, be so naive to say, well, he's back, and all of a sudden he's just going to start going for 29 points a game every night. No. You got to pick and choose your battles. But I'm saying that should show you that he has the capability to do that. Anybody that ever doubted that he didn't have the capability to do that, you don't know basketball. And you haven't been watching this man for almost a quarter of a goddamn century. I've been watching this guy for almost a quarter of a century, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he looked like he hasn't missed a step of yesterday night. You know what I'm talking about? And I saw the game in its entirety. If you're not looking at the game, you're just looking at the highlights, you'll be like, oh, he did this, and he did that, he did that. No. You have to have seen the game to see the impact that he had on the game, ladies and gentlemen. There was a stretch in the game where I think he scored like 7 points in a row, 10 points in a row, something like that. Nobody else was doing nothing. He didn't miss a shot. We've seen that before, haven't we? I'll take you back to one game. We played the Clippers 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. We were down by almost 20 points. LeBron came down and hit like 5 threes in a row. 6 threes in a row. Some shit like that. And we won the goddamn game. Not only did we didn't even barely won. I think we beat them niggas by like 8, 9, 10 points, some shit like that. Ladies and gentlemen, he's proven time and time again that he can turn back that clock when need be. Never doubt LeBron. LeBron is going to go out the way he's going to go out. He's going to do whatever it needs to be done. Yesterday, he probably felt the need to get it done on his end, and that's what he did. And think about it. Austin Reeves fell off yesterday. LeBron picked it up. You know what I'm talking about? Says, you know what? I'm the true number 1 or number 2 option. Well, Luka's the number 1 option by default, but I'm the true number 2 option on the team now. I'm the true number 2 option because I could do this shit at an efficiency rate and don't need the free throw fluff to do it with. Ladies and gentlemen, 41-year-old ass LeBron James gets the game ball, and it's not even close. He gets it by a Jericho mile, ladies and gentlemen. A shout out to LeBron, Ramon James, then the rest of the Lakers for getting us that W and improving our record to now 17-6, ladies and gentlemen. Now, back to Austin Reeves. Now, I said this yesterday. I was kind of halfway joking, but then again, I was like, oh, is it really all the way a joke? You know what I'm talking about? But this is what I said. I said, something came out, right, that Luka had contacted the front office to do everything in their power to go after my damn Greek nephew, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? Right after that happened, ironically, the next game, after Austin had put up a dynamo night, you know what I'm saying, 40 points played against Boston to a loss. The next night, the next time we played, after this had come out. I know the Lakers read all the news and stuff like that. Austin's probably sitting in his hotel room. He looked, or wherever he is, he's sitting in the room. He looked, goddamn. I thought me and Luka had a connection. I thought we had a budding relationship, a budding friendship. You mean to tell me he wants to go behind my back and get the Greek freak? Like I'm not all the star he needs? Austin Reeves just found out about shrewd business that I've been telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen. This is just assuming that this is what's going on in his head. One thing about it, when you feel like you're getting ready to break up in a relationship, you're getting ready to leave a job, you get ready, whatever's getting ready to happen is changing your life. A mental component comes into play. You start thinking like, oh shoot, damn, this could be my last time here. I love the Lakers. Remember what happened to Dalton Connect? Love the Lakers. I got my homeboy Bronny over on the team. I got Quentin Alaberry, all these dudes, right? And then they trade your ass and showed you without telling you, hey, we like you, but kid, this is business. He learned the first order of business. And the first order of business is you have to be shrewd in business. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be successful in this world, I tell y'all all the time, you have to be shrewd in business. Fuck friendships when it comes to business. Legacies has been built. Money has been made. People got families to take care of. I'm going to be straight up with you. If it's me, yes, I can strike up a friendship with people. Okay, that's fine. That's great. Off the court, when we retire in the off season, man, we can chill, we can drink beer, we can do whatever the fuck we do, whatever niggas do. But on the court, in my profession, in your profession, I have to be shrewd in business. And what's best for business, what's best for me and best for my business is we need motherfuckers over here that's going to impact winning all the way through, not just in the regular season, but in the playoffs. And who better impacts winning? Who's proven themselves before? Giannis. Compared to him, compared to Reeves, Giannis has proven himself. Luka knows that. Giannis is a champion, one-time champion. You happen to get him over here, and LeBron is still here, whatever. Now you got two champions, two people that have smelt the championship gold. And you have yet to receive one, and you're one of the top players in the world. All the other top players in the world, top 10, top 5 players in the world have gotten a championship. A Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. Giannis got one. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody's got one except you and Embiid. When Embiid was at the top. No, nothing. You could taste it, but not quite enough to get over the hump. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Luka's time, and he knows this. I got one of the greatest basketball players on my team right now. He may not be, 05 LeBron or 012 LeBron, whatever the case may be, but he's still a goddamn LeBron James. And then still in his peak, Giannis, who doubles as a big man too. Oh yeah, nah, Luka don't need nobody on the side of him that plays like him or that tries to be like him. He don't need a Timu Luka on the side of him. What the fuck? That's redundant. That's like Michael Jordan and Kobe playing on the same goddamn team. Both great players, but who the fuck? Like, I want the ball, but you want the ball. I'm 1A, you 1B, or I think I'm 1A and I think you're 1B, or whatever the fucking case may be. You need somebody to throw that motherfucker to. A Magic, threw it to Kareem. Kobe, threw it to Shaq. Kobe, threw it to Gasol. Kobe, threw it to Odom. You know what I'm talking about? D-Wade to LeBron. And LeBron to AD, even though the niggas about the same height. But still, I think LeBron point guard mentality. AD, big man mentality. Throw that motherfucker in. These are great tandems, great duo. When Embiid was well, Maxey to Embiid, Murray to Jokic, Jokic to whoever the fuck, Aaron Gordon. It's always got to be a guard, big man time, not two motherfucking guards that neither one of y'all play decent defense. On a scale from 1 to 10, both of y'all defenses a 4 and a 5 at best, and I'm being generous. You need a motherfucker like Giannis who can get to probably next to LeBron, the best attacker of the rim that many have ever seen, and he can still do it. Ladies and gentlemen, he get the ball at one end of the floor. 1, 2, 3 steps, he at the goddamn rim. I want that. I don't give a fuck if he don't know how to shoot threes like that. For him not being able to shoot threes and still averaging over 30 points a game, that tells me something. And still get you over 10 rebounds a game, that tells me something. And still get you a block or two a game, that tells me something. To still get you a steal a game, that tells me something. Can still facilitate the ball, you're averaging over 6 assists per game, that tells me something. This nigga's an all-around player. The only thing is he cannot shoot. If that motherfucker ever learned to really shoot threes, if he came up to about 37%, I think this year somewhere in his 40s, but that's just a small sample size. But if he came up to an average of, like, let's say he shot like Vucevic, you know what I'm talking about? 40%, 39% the last couple years. If that nigga shot the three and then he scored the way he scores down in the paint, oh my fucking goodness. That nigga averaged 40 a goddamn night. Easily. Fuck the free throws. He's a horrible free throw shooter. So we don't care about, he can go to the line 16 times. He only gonna make 7 of them. So I don't count that. I count the fact that he can impact the game by getting to the motherfucking hoop. He has never played with nobody like a Luka, ever in his career. Not Dame Lillard, not Chris Middleton, not Bobby Portis, not that motherfucker ain't play. The best, if he goes to the Lakers, especially if LeBron is still here. Let's say LeBron's still here. He's now playing with the two of the top 5 guys, top 10 dudes, well, over the last decade of basketball in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Reeves ain't nobody. What you're doing this year, that's great. You're having a Linsanity type year. Okay, hoobly, blah, blah, blah. Or as JT say, pop, 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 pop. Okay. Do this shit in the playoffs. You haven't done it yet. And we're not trying to sit around and wait for you to do it yet. No, you know, Giannis gonna give you 33, 10, and 7 in the damn playoffs. He's gonna elevate in the playoffs. You know, LeBron is gonna elevate in the playoffs. You know, Luka's gonna elevate in the playoffs. How do we know that, ladies and gentlemen? Look at their points. Their point production go up in the playoffs every time they go to the playoffs. Last year, LeBron 24, 7 and 7 in the playoffs. 25, 8 and 8. Luka 28, 8 and 8. What are you doing in the playoffs? 38 and 8. Giannis in the regular season, 28, 10 and 6, or 28, 10 and 5. What are you doing in the playoffs? 33, 12 and 6. They go up, not down. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, this is not even a discussion. I want Giannis to stop thinking that because Austin Reeves, stop believing the fluff. Austin Reeves is better than Giannis. No, he ain't. Come on, man. No. This dude's an all-star and a champion. I want Giannis. Giannis fits better with Luka than Austin Reeves does. Argue with your mama about it. Tired of hearing that shit. See, I'm tired of motherfuckers just buying into the fluff. Don't buy into fluff because the motherfucker go, have a 10-game stretch. Is that 10 games going to help us in the playoffs so we can get out of the first motherfucking round for crying out loud? If that shit helps us, I will shut the fuck up. You won't hear a marshmallow peep come out my mouth. Until then, I don't want to hear a peep. But you know what? I don't want another chance. I want Giannis here now. Now, you can go over there and show what you could do in the playoffs on another team. I want Giannis over here. Because if he gets over here, you think he don't want to be in another winning situation again? Luka is hungry to win. Giannis is hungry to win. I'm pretty sure LeBron is hungry to win again because he's on his way out the door. It's a no-brainer, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm hoping the damn Greek nephew would just come out and say, "Hey, I want the Lakers." If that motherfucker say, "Hey, I want Lakers," what the fuck can you do about it? He want what the fuck he want. If I want a cheeseburger and somebody say, "Oh, Major, I got a bologna sandwich for you," fuck you. I'm going to go give me a cheeseburger. I'm going to do whatever it takes to go get a cheeseburger. I don't care if my leg broke. I got to hop to the motherfucking burger stand to go get me a cheeseburger. I ain't about to eat this goddamn bologna sandwich. Not saying anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I come from the ghetto. I know what it feels like to come up, you know what I'm saying, eating struggle meals and shit like that. But I was rich now. I want a goddamn greasy-ass portobello mushroom cheeseburger with bacon and chili on that motherfucker. That's what I want, goddammit, and I reserve the right to get it. And guess what? That portobello mushroom, the chili cheese bacon, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger is what the Lakers are right now to Giannis. Giannis looking at us like a cheeseburger meal. Everybody like, oh man, I heard a nigga say, well, maybe he can go to the Wizards, or maybe he can go. I'm like, why would he want to go backwards? First of all, he not standing in the East, he coming to the West. Oh, well, he can go to the Kings. I heard niggas say he can go to the Kings. The Kings, that's that bologna sandwich I'm talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, you got a gourmet chili cheeseburger over here with extra bacon on that motherfucker, avocado slices and all, all the trimmings, right? Grilled onion, all that shit, right? And some seasoned steak fries, right? And a large strawberry shake. I'm talking about thick strawberry shake. I'm talking about so goddamn thick you got to eat it with a spoon. Or you got some nasty ass Kool-Aid that ain't even really Kool-Aid, no sugar in it, and some regular Lay's plain potato chips and a motherfucking bologna sandwich that ain't even fried. What you gonna pick? You gonna pick the bologna sandwich meal, or you gonna pick that gourmet cheeseburger meal? Don't lie to me, goddammit. You know you'll pick that gourmet hamburger meal. You know you'll pick it. You'll be a fool if you don't. And guess what? Can't nobody be mad if you do. Now, let's go ahead and get off into it, man. Let's get into the standings of it all. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, as it stands, as of today, we are now number 2 again. We're still tied with the Denver Nuggets. Still tied with them. Okay? They're 17-6. We're 17-6. Now, we want to stay ahead of these guys. If we can stay within the 2 and the 3 range, that's cool. The Nuggets play the Kings next. They play the Kings on the 8th. The 11th. Today is the 8th. They can beat the Kings. Who we play next? We play at home. At home, we play the Spurs. Yesterday's game was our final game of the road trip. So let's see what we did on a road trip, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. On our 6-game road trip, we played the Raptors. We beat the Raptors. We played the Celtics. Celtics beat us. Now we're 1-1. We played the 76ers. 76ers we beat them. So we're 2-1 on that little three game road stretch. 2-1. Okay. So now we come back and we play the Spurs on the 10th. That is Wednesday. That's the quarterfinal cup game. We need to get that W. We need to get that W. And that right there should further pull us away from, further supplant us in the number 2 spot. Keep us there in the number 2 spot. Now, looking at the standings, the Thunder has everybody by a Jericho mile. They're 23-1. Somebody got to supplant these guys. They have won 15 in a row. They have the longest streak right now in the NBA. I'm hearing rumblings that they might, the way it's looking, the motherfuckers might end up going 81-1. If they do that, they'll be the greatest team ever assembled. If they do that, I don't think they're going to do that because they got to run it to us. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to run it to us. And let's say they do win all 80, all the next games that they have and only having lost that one game. Let's say they are 81-1. That's fine and dandy, right? Coca-Cola and brandy. That's fine and dandy all the way up until they get to the time of the Western Conference Finals. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I want those motherfuckers to win 81 games. You know why? Because if they 81-1, and we come up behind them, we beat them, we only 64-18 or some shit like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have beat the greatest team with the greatest record when it mattered, the Western Conference Finals. I want them at full capacity. I want the mother of fucking smoke. Last year, a lot of Laker fans were afraid of these motherfuckers before they won the championship. Because they had a better record than anybody. This year, a lot of motherfuckers are afraid of them. Now because they have won the championship. They got championship, fervor up under them. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how scared I am? My fear-o-meter has not gone up one tick. I don't give a fuck about the Thunder. I don't care about that they just won a championship. I have less fear of them than I did last year. As a matter of fact, I fear them even less this year. You know why? Because that arrogance and cockiness that they have now, we're so far ahead of everybody else, so far ahead of the curve. Hey, pride comes before a fall, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I learned throughout my life. Somebody gonna knock them off their high horse. See, everybody want to say, "Oh, the Lakers have been playing easy games, and the Thunder haven't." You should see some of the motherfuckers that they've been playing. You won't believe it. They play the Jazz. That's a low-ass team. The Mavericks, a low-ass team. The Warriors, low-ass team. The Trailblazers, low-ass team. The Timberwolves, low team. Way low. The Jazz again. The Trailblazers, the Kings, the Pelicans, the Hornets, the Grit. All these motherfucking 8 and 9 seed teams and below. And motherfuckers want to say, "Oh, well, y'all just been beating great teams." Well, how come? Okay, they played y'all. Y'all's a pretty decent team. We wasn't ready. That's okay, though. We'll be ready for their ass next time. Trust me. They better pray to God that the Spurs beat us in this cup game, quarterfinal cup game. They better pray to God that the Spurs beat us, or they better pray to God that the Suns beat them. Ladies and gentlemen, if we see them in a final cup game and we're at full health, now we got LeBron, healthy Luka, healthy AR, and AR is doing what he does, and LeBron does what he does, and everybody else in the team is just bought in just from the fever and the energy and the synergy of the cup games. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, the next outing won't be as easy as they thought, as the last outing was. That's the way I'm looking at it. And then that could very well be the precursor to the Western Conference Finals. And then there we can dethrone them motherfuckers. They will not be making it to the finals. It's going to be Lakers versus whoever the fuck is in the East coming out the East for the finals. If it's Detroit, so be it. I really don't give a fuck who it is. As a Laker fan, all I know is that I want to smoke. Let me go ahead and read. Let me get to the comments right quick, see what I'm missing, what I lost. You know what I'm talking about? Go James says, they really keep giving Reeves the ball to go shoot. Hey man, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm talking about? But that's about to come to an end, man. You know what I'm saying? We can only hope our prayers are answered. You know what I'm talking about? Lewis says, Philadelphia can't stop our Lakers. Nobody can. Our Lakers, when our Lakers are healthy, absolutely healthy or not, and not healthy. When we're healthy, definitely a dangerous team. You know what I'm talking about? We need everybody firing on all cylinders. We got Luka damn near like the middle of the season last year. He wasn't as healthy as he is this year. Now he's healthy and he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what they do now. You know what I'm talking about? And if LeBron turned back the clock again on any of these games, it's curtains for these young niggas out here. They ain't really done anything yet as far as I'm concerned. We won a championship last year. That's great. The next day, that championship energy was over with. The championship excitement was over with. The NBA was ready to get on to who was going to get sent to another team or who's going to get drafted. Nobody gave a fuck. It's time for the NBA to give a fuck about that championship again. It's time for them to give a fuck about the Larry O'Brien trophy again. And the only way that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is if the motherfucker comes over here to us in purple and gold again. Nobody cares about small market ass Thunder. I'm sorry. Motherfuckers like, oh man, niggas need to be progressive. You know, let the new guy. No, fuck the new guys. This Lakers are nothing. Y'all understand me? I want 19, goddammit. I want to be at the ceremony when they raise the motherfucking Raptors, raise the fucking championship banner back in those Raptors. I want to be there. I want to be there walking down Fig. When we had that damn parade, matter of fact, I told you I ain't gonna be walking down Fig. The minute we win the championship, I mean immediately take my camping equipment and go right down there and camp right the fuck out in front of the Kodiak Theater, right across the street from motherfucking Crypto.com arena. I'm gonna camp right out the fuck right there. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna camp out there. I'm gonna have my little bocce pit out there. I'm talking about having a little porta potty there. I'm gonna camp the fuck out. I'm gonna be the first nigga out there. You know what I'm talking about? Wife will be like, where you going? I'm going camping. And I'm going to be right there in front of the goddamn marina. You know what I'm talking about? Go Lakers. You know what I'm talking about? Right there. Because when they do the little parade, it's going to start the concession. It's going to end all the way up there at the podium at crypto.com right out front by the damn statues. And I'm going to be right there across the street watching the whole goddamn thing. I might, hell, if they keep fucking with me, I might crawl up on the damn convention center roof directly across the street so I can get a bird's eye view of all the guys when they come in. Rui, Laravia, LeBron, Luca, everybody coming in, and I can get a bird's eye shot of the whole ordeal going on. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm going live on the top of the damn convention center, Los Angeles Convention Center, live on Major Level Entertainment, live from the top of the damn convention center, looking down at the parade, ladies and gentlemen, in real time. You better hope we don't win that championship. I'm going to act a goddamn plum fool. And they owe us 2 parades. They will owe us the parade from 2020 we never got because of COVID. And they're going to give us this parade. Now, if they don't give us, a retro great parade, then I'm going to start my own goddamn parade. Oh, they're down Fig. I'm just going to walk on Fig, just all purple and gold shit. I'm just going to start a parade up and just get everybody hunked. Yeah, come on. It'll be a one nigga parade. I'll be the only nigga walking down there. I'll be in a big ass basketball float. Just walking down. Yeah! Stopping traffic and shit. Lakers in 5. And ladies and gentlemen, I want my parade. They owe that to me. Hey, in order for us to get a parade, we need Giannis over here. Now, if we can't get him, but until the summertime, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'll even forego another year. Let's say we don't win. Okay, fine. But if we get to the playoffs and we crap the bed like we did last past playoffs, now it's time for motherfuckers to go for real. Now we got all our picks. Use every goddamn pick plus the kitchen sink plus somebody else's kitchen sink and throw it at the Bucks and say, hey, look, check this out. We'll give you all this shit for Giannis. We'll give you 6 picks, Austin, Gabe, Kleber, Connect's grandmama, Austin's mama, his daddy, Luca's Bugatti. We'll give you that whatever the fuck you want for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, we'll accept all of that, but you got to take all his brothers with him. Fine. Pack them niggas up. You tell me when and where to make the exchange. We meet somewhere in the desert somewhere where nobody can see us. No cameras around, no drones around, no aircrafts around. And they deliver Giannis and his brothers to us, and we deliver all the junk that we just said to them. And we make a fair exchange, and them niggas come with us, and we send that trash with them. And ladies and gentlemen, and I want to be there to facilitate the whole goddamn thing. I want Giannis. And it just ain't a damn thing nobody can do about it, man. Let me finish reading the damn comments. Davis has arrived. He said, salute, Unc. He said, hey, man, salute, Unc in here. Hey, look, check this out. That's my damn nephew and sniper of the channel, H motherfucking Davis. And when he comes in here, you know, our shit is about to break loose. You know what I'm talking about? He said, all haters fall back right now. Not right now, right now. H and Davis, ladies and gentlemen. H. Davis. And Go James says the haters were pretty damn quiet last night. Oh, yes, they was. Oh my goodness. Ooh-wee. Yeah. And then DJ says, he says, and then the steal at the end of the game to seal the deal. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I reveled in it. It was like a damn playoff game yesterday to me. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis says, LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. That's the way he said it. I'm just singing it how he said it. He said LeBron 3 times, so I just sung the name. LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. Yeah, yeah. H. and Davis said, y'all better listen to Unc. Hey, I've been trying to tell him. You know what I'm talking about? African Gamer. He says, salute, Unc. A shout out to African Gamer. Salute, young man. H. Davis says, we now have 134 subscribers. Hey, hit that damn subscribe button right the hell now. And Go James says, Austin is a fraud. You damn Skippy, cuzzo. H. Davis says, facts, GOAT James. You know what I'm talking about? D Million 4881. Welcome to the channel. I think you're new here. He says salute house, salute bro. You know, thank you for coming to the channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing, bro. Your subscription will be greatly appreciated. By the time I get off of here, I want to see 135 subscriptions. You know what I'm talking about? A shout out to a D Million. I like that name. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis says, we're getting a goddamn cup. OKC don't scare me. That's what I'm talking about, nephew. See, you know what I'm talking about? That's how he does this. You know what I'm talking about? KB Huff is in the house. Goddamn, where the fuck have you been at? Now it's the show. I was just ready to end this motherfucker. I was like, hey, wait, hold on now. We're missing somebody around this motherfucker. You know about? Shout out to a KB Huff. Want to hear more from you, man. You know, don't turn your back on the family, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? We miss you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to get all mushy or anything like that. I'm just saying that, you know, it's okay for a nigga to say they miss somebody. Like, I'm just saying, like, y'all looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. Like, I'm just saying, you know? Nah. He said, man, you making me hungry. It must have been for that burger reference. Hey, man, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all go get y'all something to eat after the show. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to KB Huff for showing up to the channel. Appreciate it, bro. H. Davis says, right, KB. H. Davis says, bring the smoke, Thunder. Yeah, bring the smoke, Thunder. Hell yeah. Lewis says, if you're a real Laker fan, you're not worried about nobody. You damn Skippy, nephew. You damn Skippy. H. Davis says, facts, Lewis, bro. He says, I want all the goddamn smoke. Hey, facts. Maple a Frag says, his GF. I don't know what that means, but salute Maple the Flag. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. It don't cost you a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm talking about? KB Huff says, Sniper H. Davis. Yeah, man, I don't know if y'all know this about H. Davis, man. H. Davis, it's a backstory as to why I gave him the name I gave him, right? Not only is he my goddamn nephew that I just figured out, you know, earlier this year, but H. Davis is a sniper, right? He got like something like 106 confirmed hits. But the thing about H. Davis is when you come in here, you never know which building he's perched upon. Sometimes he likes to be on the left building. Sometimes he likes to be on the right building. But that's why I say when you enter major level entertainment, you have to enter in here with your own peril. That's your own peril because H. Davis, he can pick you off. I mean, I done seen H. Davis pick off. I mean, the nigga could shoot the dick off a flea. That's pretty goddamn amazing. Like, how the fuck, first of all, how could you see that far without a damn scope? That's my thing. You got to have some crazy vision. Like how LeBron got good court vision, that's how good H. Davis's vision is when it comes to picking off haters and trolls. He picks them off from a distance, bro. I don't know how the fuck he does it. Now, I was a hell of a Marine, but this motherfucker makes me look, he make Chris Kyle, American Sniper, look like he was shooting a damn water pistol, and that's saying a lot. I'm talking about. And shout out to H. Lieutenant H. motherfucking Davis. You know what I'm talking about? D Million said, oh, been here a couple times. Oh, man, shout out. Salute, D Million. Appreciate that, bro. Show up a couple times, man, doing a couple shows, whatever the case may be, and then I'll get you that blue wrench, man. You know what I'm saying? Just comment every time you come up here, even if you just come in and say, yo, if I see you a couple times, man, and I get to know you by name, get to know you enough, and I remember, I can send you that blue wrench. Blue wrench is for, you know, I make people moderators, so if you see somebody down in the chat that might be trolling, whatever the case may be, you have the right to time them out or whatever the case may be. So come up here enough, bro, and then you become a part of a major level mafia. Once you get that blue wrench, you are a part of the major level mafia, ladies and gentlemen. He says, hit that like button, y'all. That's what D Million said. Oh, man, we got somebody else telling y'all to hit that like button. Hit that button. Hey, y'all, once again, a reminder before I go. Please show up to tonight's show, 5 p.m. You don't even have to come on. You can leave a comment or you can just come in and just listen in. But I will be giving Kareem his flowers because Kareem is a guy that's not mentioned. He wasn't, he didn't have the prettiest shots. He didn't have the largest bag or anything like that. But when it comes to basketball and its 79-year history, This man has won at every single level, and it's time for people to stop talking around my goddamn uncle, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it's time for me to give him his flowers while he is here. He is 78 years old this year. We don't know how much longer, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Kareem is going to be here with us. And I want to give that man his props while he's alive. And I'll be doing that to a lot of legends. But this is my GOAT. This is the GOAT of basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Not the NBA, a basketball. I'm talking about college. I'm talking about high school. I'm talking about junior high school. I'm talking about the minute. I'm talking about elementary school. Wherever you play basketball, whatever level you did it, he did it in one. He is the GOAT of basketball, not the NBA. Y'all can have your argument between LeBron and Jordan. Go ahead. Be my guest. I didn't bowed out of that. I know how I feel personally. I bowed out of that. But when it comes to the GOAT of basketball in its entirety, in its 80-year history, near 80-year history, basketball is only 1 year older than Kareem. Kareem was born in 47. Basketball was created in 46. The NBA came about in 46. And in that span of time, nobody has won more anything or has accomplished more anything in basketball as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. It ain't even remotely close. Until somebody wins at every single level there is in this game, don't come talking to me. Kareem is the GOAT of basketball. KB Huff says, love, bro, love. Yeah, man. Hey, love. But get your ass over here sometimes, man. Like, we be worried about you sometimes. Not me, but, because I already know, I already know how you are. I ain't got to worry about you, but I'm saying other people be like, yo, where the hell KB at? You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, like, niggas just be, niggas be tripping sometimes. We don't see a nigga in the building. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So back up over there on Lakers and 5, man. I see you in the comments every now and then, but we miss your intelligent takes up there. I can't be the only nigga up there, carrying the show sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? It's me and DJ and JC up there. Sometimes we need another nigga with some intelligence up there. And Joel, we need another guy with some intelligence up there. You know what I'm talking about? We can't just do this shit by ourselves, man. And get your ass back up there, the Lakers and 5 right now. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis says, will there be a pull-up? Not on the Kareem show, nephew. Not on the Kareem show. This is personal history for me. I do believe that I'm the only person old enough to talk about Kareem. This is not a pull-up show. This is a show. Y'all can ask me questions, but this is going to be all major. Once again, it's going to be an all dialogue show. But definitely feel free to ask questions to come in. If there's a story that somebody might want to tell or give up that they might personally know, I might throw the link out there for them to bring it up. But Kareem retired in 1989. A lot of y'all was kids when Kareem retired. When Kareem retired, I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I was already moving about how I was moving about. So not too many people was around to see his career. I saw at least 10 years, 12 years of Kareem's career. Of Kareem's 20-year career, I saw more than half of it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm barely old enough to remember that. So, shout out to Kareem. Lewis says, I will be there. I know you will, nephew. I know you will. One thing about Lewis going to show the hell up. I could be filming in Germany. Lewis gonna show up. One time I was actually filming a production shot in Germany, and guess who showed up? That nigga Lewis, my damn nephew. I'm like, what, hey, why didn't you stop the production? I'm doing like a production show, or whatever. It's like a movie video, a music video, whatever the case may be. And then Lewis surprised the hell out of me in Germany. He was like, surprise, who? I was like, what the fuck? That sounds like Lewis. Turned around, there he was, right there. You know what I'm talking about? And, yo, man, what's up? What's up? Yeah, what's up? You couldn't miss you for the world. Lewis showed up. All 6 feet, 10 inches of Lewis showed up. I had to look up to give him dap shaking hand because, I'm only 6'5", 6'5.5", but Lewis is almost 7 feet tall. So I had to look up. Oh my God, my damn nephew. And everybody on the set was like, hey, that's your nephew? I'm like, yeah, it's my nephew. Hey, that nigga bigger than you. I'm like, yeah, I know. Hey, shout out to Lewis for always showing up in every aspect of my life, man. Shout out to Lewis. H. And David says, I'll be there. I know H. Davis will be there. He'll probably be on the roof. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis says, I was 3. Yeah, when Kareem retired. Yep. Now he does it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've come to the end of the comment sections. So I'm all caught up. Before I go, once again, please, if you will, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you already have liked the channel, if you already have subscribed to this channel, you already like my content, please tell somebody else about it. Don't be afraid to tell a friend, family member, loved one. Subscribing to the channel costs you nothing. I am not monetized. I don't have any memberships yet. But please subscribe to this channel. I talk about shit all the time. This is Major Level Entertainment, meaning that I don't just talk about basketball. I talk about everything that's going on in the world. And whenever I get an idea to do a show from anybody, or if I just come off the top of my head and say, I want to do a show like this, I will do it. I talk about everything from sports to religion to sex to money to whatever it is you want to talk about. I'm a wealth of knowledge. Use this 5 decades of knowledge that I have in my head to listen in, and you might learn something, ladies and gentlemen. H. Davis says I now have 135 subscribers. Just like I said at the end of the video, I wanted. Shout out to everybody, and whoever made me the 135th subscriber, severe appreciation. Thank you for that. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm humbled that you guys will come spend your time over here listening to the old man rant and rave and entertain y'all. Hopefully I made y'all laugh a little bit too. And hopefully, I gave y'all a little bit of entertainment for the day, this Monday. So I appreciate everybody for showing up. On behalf of everybody over here, Major Level Entertainment, this is the Major Level Mafia. I am your boy, the Godfather, Big Major, signing off. Peace and blessings, y'all. Once again, show up to my 5 o'clock show on Kareem. Show up to that show, 5 o'clock, right here on Major Level Entertainment. Peace and blessings, y'all. A DJ said, always a great show. You know, that coming from Lil Bro, that should get a nigga right here in the chest, man. In the chest area, that should get me right here. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm about to start crying or anything, but I'm just saying, like, you know, when people get to cutting onions up for whatever reason, maybe they're making tacos or burgers or meatloaf. I don't know what they're making, but I just know when people start cutting onions up, a nigga start, eyes get misty. I'm just saying. I'm not saying mine are, but I'm saying if they were, that would be the reason why that something like that would happen. But shout out to bro for saying that, bro. Appreciate it. Always a great show. And I know I expect you to show up to that show, man. You know what I'm saying? At least listen in. Give your put a comment down there. And if you feel like you want to come up and talk about Kareem, man, you're more than welcome. You know what I'm saying? But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, man. I got to go. I got to get some things going before I set up for that show. Please come back 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, that'll be 8 p.m. If you're in the Midwest, that'll be 7 p.m. And ladies and gentlemen, Central Standard Time. But 5 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, you'll know when I go live. Make yourself known when you come to Major Level Entertainment. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. I'll holler back at y'all in a couple hours. Peace.
Everything I do is major. I'm getting major paper. Every time I whip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do, I'ma do it major. Everything I do is major. I'm getting major paper. Every time I whip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do, I'ma do it major. Everything I do is major. I'm getting major paper. Every time I whip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do, I'ma do it major. Everything I do is major. I'm getting major paper. Every time I whip a track, the shreds like a cheese grater. When I hit your spot, it ain't no way that no one can save ya. Like I said before, anything I do,